Hey guys, what's up guys?
Is the opening still available?
Just laying here watching TV. This air conditioner is too cold for me.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Just relaxing my mind, not to think and cry so much. I told you guys that I had a topic coming for you. I'm gonna do that topic probably later on tonight, or possibly tomorrow. But I got a topic for you guys. Yes, indeed, I do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe slave variety slash illegal slash Nikki. Just relaxing. I was thinking about this song today. You know, you be in short and you think about someone, and you think about a relationship in the past, the present, or the future. You know, I was thinking about a past relationship, not a present. Surely not the future. It's been over with 4.5 years ago. And I was thinking of this song about that person, and it was a song called Falling in Love. Falling in love, it was easy at the start. I thought I had him in my hand. Something went wrong, somewhere we lost apart. It was more than I could stand. It was too late when I realized that I couldn't see the forest or the trees. What was wrong with me? There comes a time in every life love will come your way. But if you should stay, you better hold on to it tight and never let it go. Not love. Yeah. I only be knowing half of these songs, guys, but I think that's by Debo Bryson. Anyway, that's a pretty song. Yeah, it's a pretty song. And that's how I was in the beginning of that relationship. That was bitter, that was sour, that was wrong, that was infidelity for their part and wrong for my part of even messing with this gentleman who was no good for me. But you know, you live and you learn. You know, life is a challenge, and you learn. So I was just laying here and I was thinking about it. He ran across my mind. It's been 5 years now since I've last seen him. You know, he knew he hurt me. He knew that I wasn't the one to take his shit. So, you know, instead of me keep dealing with the bullshit, I just let him go, you know. But that's a really pretty song. You know, sometimes guys in life, girls, sometimes in life you just get tired of taking the manipulative shit from men. Oh man, stop, you shouldn't lay down like that, make your face look fat, look. Oh, honey, hold the chin. You know, sometimes you just don't want to, hold on guys, I'm just have this TV out loud. Sometimes you don't want to deal with situations like that, you know. Sometimes us as women, we allow ourselves to be hurt and cheated on and violated and used and abused and mistreated and stuff. You know what I mean? And we have a lot of that out here that allow men to just manipulate them, you know, abusive to them, abandon them like they're nothing. You know what I mean? And some women just like to take that torture from men. That's not love. That's purity. That's purity. Insane that you would sit back and you would allow yourself to be just violated, manipulated like that by a man. How can you tell yourself that this person loved you when they beat you? Is that considered love, guys? Absolutely not. How can you say a man loves you when he constantly stay out all night and come home to you the next day knowing that he's been soiled in someone else's vagina? Hmm? I don't know. Maybe it could be the other way around. Now it could be he or she or he, or whatever the needs may be. But how can they call that love? How can they call it love when you try to fix them some dinner and they just take your food and they taste it and they tell you it's nasty and then they throw it at you and then they jump up and they want to beat you? I have heard some of the most horrible relationships that some people have been in and allowed themselves to be violated, manipulated by these men, and they thought it was love. I don't think that's love, guys. How can you call that love? That is absolutely insane. That is not considered love at all. But they think it's love because the man beats them. They think it's love because the man takes and throw their food on the floor. They think it's love because the man, when he wants to have intercourse with them, they take it and they think it's love. It is not love. It's insane. That is not infatuation. That is not love. That is not sexy. That is just purity in freaking sane. Now in the situation that I was in, excuse the noise, guys. In the situation that I was in, it was not love on my behalf. In the situation that I was in on his behalf, it was infidelity, fornication, you know, and he didn't love his wife. Because I figured this way: if he loved his wife and she was enough for him and she completed him, what made you go out there and step out on her and just start having multiple relationships with all kinds of women? You know what I mean? And then you go back home and you lay up in this woman's bed and you act just like nothing happened. Like it was just, a simple rendezvous with someone out in the street, stepping outside of your marriage, out of wedlock, and to mess with someone. I was a victim of that. A victim of being just about almost used by this man until I was almost blinded, guys. But I woke up and I smelled the coffee and I said, hey, you know what? This is insane. I will not allow myself under no circumstance to be violated and manipulated by this man ever again. You know? He thought he could have his cake and eat it too on this behalf over here. Me, her, him, her, them, him. I said it. Him could be a possibly him. No disrespect to you men, but sometimes we have some of these men be out here on the DL and you don't know it until you hear shit about them, or one of the DL that they're dealing with come back and they tell you. Now let me tell you something. I don't discriminate against the LGBT, because I have friends that are LGBT and I love them to death. I'm not that way. I love males. You know what I mean? But I have some female friends that are like that they like females. I have some male friends that are like that they like males. And that's to each his own. But I'm speaking of a married man. This is what I'm speaking of. The married man. Remember, guys, when I made that video saying messing with the married man? Yeah, I messed with the married man who meant me no good at all. Girls, listen. We all want to be loved. We all want to find true love in our life. But unfortunately for me, that didn't happen. True love. I thought it was true love, although I was messing with a married man. I thought it was true love, and I was blinded by it at first. But then I came to the conclusion, and I made a decision in my life that what are you going to accomplish and achieve and gain from messing with this married man? This woman of his wife, is hurting. Anastasia, don't you think that that lady's going through enough or been through enough with this man, infidelity, promiscuous, and fornication over the years before he met you, hurting this lady continuously? What are you doing? What are you doing? First and foremost, he would never be yours. He would never ever be yours. So you better think twice. First and foremost, he belonged to someone else who has papers on him. First and foremost, if he was to leave this earth today or tomorrow, the second, the minute, or hour, nothing will come your way. Not that I'm looking for that, or was looking for that, is looking for that. Just saying as an example, just setting a pride example of messing with the married man. And if messing with the married man is messing around on his wife with you, Anastasia GHIRADELLI'S world, wake up, my dear, my darling. He is truly messing around on you with someone else. And little be told, my girls, yes, my yum yums, little be told, it was true. There was me, there was her, there was there, possibly him. I don't know. That's why you have to be careful out here, mindful, cautious, and careful out here. Because sometimes you think that you in a relationship that is so tender love and so sweet and so trustworthy, and when you look around, it ain't tender love, it ain't sweet, it ain't generous, it's not kindness, it's bitter. It's bitter. Why do you think that there's so many transmitted diseases out here? Because of the stepping out of relationships, or um, open relationships, or whatever the means may be. Now, with this gentleman that I was dealing with, he was just way beyond measure. Very much so, way beyond measure. He loved it multiple women, and he was married. He even had children out of wedlock on his wife. And this lady stood back because she loved him, and she invested so much in what they had and what they grew together. She didn't want to leave that. I would have left him. I would have took valuable things, split it down the middle that belongs to me from my husband. We would have split that shit equally, and we would have went our separate ways. I was not married to the man, but I knew at some point or another that this man meant me no good. Now, it took me a long time, guys, before I made a decision to leave him alone, because I was in love with him. But when I had enough, Anastasia had enough, I said, Anastasia, step out of this, because you was foolish. You shouldn't have fell in love. That's why I say don't fall in love, walk in love. I didn't walk in love. I fell in love immediately. And I shouldn't have done that. But sometimes things happen. It happens, guys. So you have to be very, very cautious, very, very mindful, very, very careful how you conduct yourself meeting these men. Don't let your mind overpower you to make you to believe that you are in love and so infatuated over this guy. Or guys, don't let your mind or your infatuation of a woman overpower your mind. But it does happen. It does happen. But for me, I stayed in that relationship for 9 whole years. 9 years. And I should have been left that alone. But I didn't. I didn't. Mm-mm. I surely didn't. I just kept right on dealing with the situation, the lies, the bullshit, until one day, guys, one day, on a New Year's Eve, when he literally redialed his pocket dialed his phone back, and we were supposed to have been, even though he's married now, he was supposed to have been taking me out for that evening. I guess afterwards to be with his wife. That never happened. He didn't take me out. I guess he didn't take his wife out, because at the end of the night, when he pocket dialed that phone, it was the last call that he talked to, and that was me. At 11:30 at night, he talked to me, which we were supposed to go out earlier prior to that day. But that never happened. He pocket dialed the phone back at some point or another. After 11:30, I don't know if it was quite. It was almost 11:30, and then it was going into the new year to come in. Wherever he was at, and whatever excitement he was enjoying or doing, he pocket dialed the phone back at 12:01, and it was another woman. It was not his wife. It surely wasn't me, because he pocket dialed me the last call he talked to. Because he called me with a bogus lie, made up this bogus ass lie saying that, he had to do something with his sons and his wife, you know, so he's not going to be able to make it with me. But I'll call you when the New Year's come in. What kind of illiterate shit is that to say to a woman who loves you? And, you know, that's why I said messing with a married man on holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day. You can't see them because they're with their wives. Now, you have some of them that are foolish enough to just say, fuck the wife, and go on and do their thing with the woman that they want to be with for the moment. That be me. That be me. But I didn't get Labor Day. I didn't get Memorial Day. I didn't get the 4th of July. I didn't get Thanksgiving. I didn't get Christmas. I didn't get New Year's with him. I got him whenever he felt like he wanted to come to see me. I got him when he felt like he wanted to be with me and feel the purity of my body. But that day when that pocket dial number came back, that was enough for me. The pocket dial number came back, and I heard him say to the woman, I really, 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 truly enjoyed you. And I heard her voice say, I would love to see you again. He said, and I would love to see you again too. We're going to keep in touch. I really enjoyed you. I know his wife's voice, guys, because you already know. I told you I spoke to his wife on the phone when that time he really, really hurt me. It wasn't me he was talking to, because I was home. It was the woman that he lied about and said that he had to do something with his sons and his wife. It wasn't the son and his wife. It wasn't me. It was another woman that he was making reservations for that night. I listened to him and the woman's whole conversation. And he said, wow, you are magnificent. He said, you were, damn, girl. Whew, something kind of paraphrasing it a little bit. And say, you were good. Yo, could you imagine that? That was the most hurting, painful feeling. I can tell you guys some of the things that this man has done to me that literally hurt me. But me, as a fool, falling in love, not walking in love, I dealt with the consequences of his stupidity. I had to pay the consequences of being stupid, violated, manipulated by love, messing with the married man. Girls, do not allow yourself to be victimized by the married man. Not even the married man, boyfriend or someone else's boyfriend, because there's 1,000 women to one man. that we all, these 1,000 women, have to share with this one individual. But if we do this as women, have multiple men, we are labeled as sluts, whores, prostitutes, and all the above. But if a man do it, what is he called? He's called a man because he does no wrong. That's what men do. But if the woman do it, we all kinds of hoes and bitches. And that's not cool. So always remember to walk in love, girls. Always remember to walk in love, men. Don't fall in love. Give yourself time. Give yourself thoughts to know this person very well. You're not going to know each and everything about them, but know enough to stay in or get out. All right, guys, just a little chit chat with my yum yums. But I will be back with that video on Adrian Slade Variety / Sharika / Nikki. I will be back with that video. This is just an afternoon chit chat with my yum yums. Always remember to walk in love. Don't fall in love. And first and foremost, keep God first in your life. Jesus loves you. Oh, yes, he does. For the Bible tells me so. This is Anastasia GHIRADELLI'S World. Talking to you this evening. Love you, yum yum, so much. And I'll talk to you later. Have an amazing Saturday. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.